So last week, Jackson Hole Mountain Resort set the record for the amount of skiers skiing in jeans, which was 3,114. And as we know, jeans is sort of seen as a faux pas in the ski world. You either know what you're doing when you ski in jeans, or you might be brand new to the sport.
Yeah.
So Mo, what do we see in climbing faux pas?
Yeah, so a climbing faux pas that I just immediately jumps to mind is socks with your climbing shoes. And for most people, that's one of the ultimate Gumby signs. You're in the gym, clomping around in rental shoes, and you've got your knee-high Hanes on. That said, the more experience I've gotten, not only am I trying to like judge people less and be nicer, I have found that when I start doing long, cold days outside, socks are actually kind of nice. And you know, the gatekeepers don't want to tell you that. You know who else wears socks on big mountain days? Tommy Caldwell and Alex Honnold when they're doing their big crazy climbs. So it's worth looking at.
Yeah.
But another sport that I do, fly fishing, I had to learn that who really cares about what you're doing. When I first started, I got this cheap rod, you know, basic Walmart stuff. And then I got oil proud. I went to the fly fishing shop. I said, I'm ready for a big, fancy, expensive rod. And the guy there told me, you know what? The fish don't care what you're fishing with. You can attach this line to the end of a 2x4. I thought I had to get a fancy line or fancy rod in order to fit in. Turns out, trout will eat those fish, those flies, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, I think similarly, in the world of trail running, it's seen as a faux pas to wear road shoes on the trail. I kind of think it's a savage flex to come in hot and prove that you don't need the traction that us other mere mortals require. If I see some guy tearing up single track and he's wearing Brooks Ghosts from 12 years ago, he might be new to the sport or he might be a legend in the making. It's pretty tough to tell, but I do like to imagine. I think it's one of those things that, like you said, straddles both worlds. If it's either someone who is so expert that they can use whatever equipment they want, or they're so new they haven't quite been, you know, told what to do and where the ropes are yet.
Yeah, well, in cycling, I feel like there are so many unwritten rules that once you know the rules, you're part of the club, right?
Yeah.
One of those rules is shaving your legs. You, on the road specifically, if you have hairy legs, it's just seen as a faux pas.
And
Is
it
it like
sucks to pick hair out of road rash.
Exactly.
Is it like a
That's
commitment thing?
practical
Like
thing.
you're not a committed cyclist because you're not willing to shave your legs, so therefore you're not
What's really funny
invested.
about that is there are some really high-end pros that don't shave their legs, and then there's newbies that also don't shave their legs. So the other one is wearing baggy clothes on the road.
Yep.
Wearing baggy clothes is not seen as
You got to stay aero.
something that if you're wearing baggy clothes, you're not in the club, which I think is why gravel took off, because the gravel world says literally wear whatever you want, ride whatever bike you want, wear whatever helmets you want, you're still in the club.
Come furry and flapping, we accept you all.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
But there's also the practical side of these faux pas too. Like you said, road rash, if you're a really hairy dude, I'm not a hairy dude. You can probably count the amount of hairs on my chest with one hand.
I won't, but thank you.
Yeah, you don't have to. Take my word for it. But as far as road rash goes, if you crash on the road, you don't want all that hair in your road rash.
Gross.
So,
Yeah.
and the practical side of aerodynamics on the road, you don't want all your clothes flapping in the wind if you're doing 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But if you're just out there for fun, just enjoy time on the bike, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry about the faux pas.
Yeah.
And if you're out of the climbing, wear your socks.
Yeah. Hairy,
Yeah.
flappy, and thriving.
Yeah.
Playing outside.
One last thing is the height of socks in cycling. The height of socks is, if it's too high, it's a faux pas. If it's too low, if you're wearing ankle socks on the road, people might think you're a triathlete.
There's a Goldilocks zone.
Yeah.
But you just don't want to be a triathlete.
Yeah, exactly. Moral of the story is, do what you want, wear what you want. If you're having fun outside, continue having fun outside.